First, I want to say I respect you so much. This is a really hard test, especially for people who's never studied abroad or if English isn't your first language. You're dealing with topics and conversations and subjects that you probably never even heard of. And I know I never heard about like dorms or having to go to office hours and talk to professors about schedules until I got to college. So just the test and having to say and speak and practice those things by yourself, that's much, much harder than if you were actually in those situations and listening and learning and seeing people's body language, how they explain things. So for studying for this entire 3+ hour test, I just really want to say, give yourself a hug. You're doing a lot of hard studying, and this is a hard test. So, wow. Congrats to you, and as we always like to say from TOEFLBANK, good luck with your studies. Hello, this is Ranha. It's my first time taking the speaking section test. Okay, here we go. I'm so nervous now.
Do you agree or disagree with the following statement? The ability to write and read well is more important today than in the past. Use specific reasons and examples to support your answer.
15 seconds.
Please prepare your answer after the beep.
I'm preparing. Yes, I agree. 2 reasons is today we have more information available. And my second reason is reading skills affect your speaking skills for your future.
Speaking after the beep.
I agree that the ability to write and read well is more important today than in the past. The reasons are as follows. First, my reason is that today we have more information available readily for us, and we can look up information faster than we could have in the past. So by being able to absorb all these different informations, we have to be able to read them and understand them and be able to communicate them well. If we don't have the ability to read and comprehend information, then all the plethora of information we have today are useless. My second reason that the ability to write and read is more important today is because the ability to write and read reflects your, oh shoot.
In this question, you will read a short passage about a campus situation and then listen to a talk on the same topic. You will then answer a question using information from both the reading passage and the talk. After the question, you will have 30 seconds to prepare your response and 60 seconds to speak. Okay, hosted carpool program. A lot of students commute to school using a car commute. I hope that the university hosts a carpool program which will encourage students to share. It is hard to find students who do not need both students and university solve traffic, money, parking values for students who run money spent on gas can be significant. Okay. Oh, it tells you the time, 17 seconds. Okay, cool. Parking program, carpool program. That's the keyword that we have to use. Share cars.
Paul, you drive to school, right? Have you seen the letter in the school newspaper yesterday?
Yeah, I saw it. I think it will be helpful for students who commute to school by car.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I drive to campus every day, and I cannot help but spend a lot of money on gas.
Oh, I get it. It must be hard.
Yes, if the carpool program could be arranged, it will definitely lessen the financial burden of students. They can spend less on gasoline, and instead, that money can be used in other things that they really need, such as textbooks or daily necessities.
Do you think the program will have other advantages?
Of course. Other than reducing the cost of hiring parking values, I've heard that the university is planning to renew its parking lots for more space. But then, it won't be necessary anymore.
Oh, I see. So the program is mutually beneficial after all. Question. The man expresses his opinion about the request in the letter. Briefly summarize the letter, then state his opinion and reasons he gives for holding that opinion.
Please prepare your answer after the beep.
Okay, his opinion about the request in the letter is the carpool program. Briefly summarize the letter. The student in the man, that's weird. The man expresses, the man requests a carpool. The man requests his university to host a carpool program. The letter requests, that's so short. That is too short. His opinion and reasons he gives for holding that.
Please begin speaking after the beep.
The request in the man's letter specifically requests for a carpool program in his university. The reasons are that first, there is not enough carpool space in his university parking spaces. And the second reason is that it is too costly to have to not use a carpool system, and that the money the university already uses on parking valleys can be spent instead on more important things that like textbooks and to expand more parking space at his university. Other students agreed with his request, saying that they could also instead of using that money for gas, use it for more expensive and needy materials.
In this question, you will read a short passage on an academic subject and then listen to a talk on the same topic. You will then answer a question using information from both the reading passage and the talk.
End of section. Thank goodness. That is over. That was terrible. I know it was terrible. I know. I never communicate in 45 seconds ever in my life. That was the first time of my entire career I've had to speak in 45 seconds. That was so much pressure. I could not think of templates. I was trying to at first, and I got cut off at my second reason. No conclusion whatsoever. I don't think I had an in conclusion for any of my answers. Wow. That was a mess. That was a hot mess. Anyways, I'm gonna move on to what I like best, which is writing. Here we go. That is so much. I took mental damage from the speaking section. You heard it from here, folks. The speaking section will ruin you. So I'm not gonna let it ruin my writing section. Out of time. And that's the end of the writing section. So if I click on submit, I might get a grade. I don't know if I want to see it. Here we go, my score.
Hello, it's me.
Okay. Okay. It's out of 120. 120 is like the top score, right? Oh my gosh.
Hello there.
It's not a bad score, section by section, but man, I really thought I was gonna score a little bit higher. I thought I was, oh my gosh. I respect you so much, so much, because y'all are probably learning the TOEFL as a foreign speaker and it's not your native language. It's so much harder. Like even for a native person, you have to consider the timing, you have to consider the pacing, you have to consider the context, and you have to consider, especially if you've never studied abroad or been in professional settings, you have to consider where you are, who you're talking to, who's talking to who, what's being talked about, and specific things like educational matters, academic, and even like dorm residencies. if you've never had to talk about those conversations, they could be totally new. And it's very weird and awkward having to say not only those topics, but say them out loud by yourself as practice. So kudos to you. Give yourself a big hug. And yeah, I want to give you a big hug for studying this. And it's a 3+ hour test. Sitting through it is exhausting, and even as practice, it can feel nerve-wracking, especially for people who get anxious about time like I just did. So I just want to say, wow, I have so much respect for you. And as always, from the TOEFLBANK team, good luck with your studies.